I built this entire voice agent that you are seeing on screen using AI. I did not write any prompts, I did not make any connections, I did not set up any tools. All I did was I told AI what I wanted and it built everything for me. And not just build, it also helped me refine it and test it. This is Conductor, the new AI assistant inside Retell AI. Conductor lets us build and edit agents using plain English. It helps you test agents, it can write simulation test cases, it can even check the tests that you have done yourself, it helps troubleshoot calls, and it can help you with anything Retell AI. So if you build voice agents, this changes how you work. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use Conductor to build a complete voice agent end to end. For those of you who are watching my video for the very first time, hi, my name is Yashica Jain. I run Automates AI. We are an agency that helps businesses automate their manual processes using AI systems. We have built and deployed numerous AI voice agents for businesses across the globe. Different industries, different use cases. If you are interested, you can check out the link to our website in the description. So now that you know me, let's get into it and let's use Conductor to build an amazing production-ready voice agent. And thanks to Retell AI for sponsoring today's video. So here I am on Retell AI's website. In case you're new to Retell AI, I will include the link to it in the description. You can use that and create an account. If you have been using it for a long time, like myself, you can simply log in. Alright, so I'm within Retell AI. Now the magic begins right here. So when you click on create an agent and select voice agent, firstly you are given two options, which is do you want a single prompt agent or a conversational flow agent. Let me explain the difference quickly so that you can choose the best one. Single prompt agent is usually used when your voice agent does not handle complex tasks, meaning it specializes in one or two tasks. For example, it is only built for reminders or it is only built for appointment booking, then a single prompt can work. But if your voice agent handles different conversational scenarios, for example, answering questions, transferring the call when needed, appointment booking, checking your CRM, updating your CRM, in that case, a conversational flow agent is recommended. And it is also of production grade. So for 90% of our client builds, we use conversational flow agents. So you can choose your use case and accordingly select it. Conductor helps you in either cases. Now let's suppose I have chosen conversational flow. Now previously you had two options. You could either start from scratch or you can choose from their existing templates. But now that we have Conductor, we have this third option, which is generate from prompt. So you basically describe what you are looking for and Conductor, which is the AI assistant, builds your entire voice agent. So we are obviously going to choose it. Now this is the place where we are going to define our use case. Basically, what all features and functionalities we want our voice agent to have, all in plain English. And they have also given us a few examples here. For example, this is an example for customer support. Then here's one for appointment. I would personally just dictate whatever is in my mind, what all features I want, and I think that should be fine. But if you want, you can also, choose one of these and then edit. So for this video, we are going to take a hypothetical physiotherapy clinic and we will be building a voice agent for them. It answers questions, it books appointments, it transfers the call to the team if needed. It never gives any medical advice, but it helps as a front desk representative so that the business does not have to take those repetitive questions and they don't miss any calls. Patients are handled 24/7. So you get the idea, right? So now let me dictate my prompt right here. And I'm going to use words like you, your, etc. when I'm prompting it, as if I'm talking directly to it. So let's start dictating. You are Anne, the front desk agent for Riverside Physiotherapy and Sports Rehab. You answer inbound calls and you mainly do two things. First is to answer customer queries and second is to help them book appointments. You handle questions around hours of operation, address, pricing, insurance details, parking, etc. You must also help the customer book an appointment in case they are interested. You must first understand the reason for booking. You must collect their name, their phone number. After that, understand what time and date works for them. Then check our calendar to see if we have any available slots. If not, suggest alternative slots and then book the appointment. Make sure to include the summary of the call as a part of the appointment. And we use cal.com as our booking system. If the caller has any complaints, if they're angry, if they're looking for clinical advice, medical advice, then you must always transfer the call to a staff. If you're not able to handle any scenario, just transfer the call to our team. You should never make up any answers. Always refer to the knowledge base. If unclear, you can ask the customer again what they mean. The expected outcome of this voice agent is that we are able to handle all calls 24/7. We don't have any missed calls, and this voice agent handles all the repetitive calls, and only the really important ones that needs attention are transferred to our team, and must be extremely friendly and must understand the difference between our existing customers and new customers. Alright, so that is our prompt right there. So similarly, whatever you want, just explain that in plain simple English. Just jot down all the features and functionalities you want it to have. Now, if you look here, there's another option for adding reference materials. So basically, if you want to add any files, etc., you can add them here so that Conductor knows more about your business. For example, I have this knowledge document right here, which answers normal everyday questions like hours of operation, address, pricing, insurance, etc. And as a part of the context for Conductor, I can simply upload it here. Because the more context, the better. And now let's click on Generate Plan. Now the good thing about Conductor is that it does not directly go into building. Before that, it comes up with a plan. And I personally think that this planning stage is extremely important whenever you are building with AI. Not just voice agent, even if you're building an app, if you're building a website, a web app. If you plan in the very beginning, it really helps AI get the bigger picture. And hence, it works better. And in no time, we have our plan right here. So let's view our plan. So it's a 24/7 inbound voice agent named Anne. She answers common questions, book appointments, and escalates anything sensitive or out of scope to human staff. This is business context. Now this is coming from the file we had uploaded right here, because you can't include everything in the prompt. Here are the objectives. Then we have the exit condition, which is when does this call end? Then compliance and safety, which is extremely important for a voice agent like this, that it does not give any clinical or medical advice. Some example scenarios, which you can go through. Then data and integration related, for example, what all is it going to collect from the customer when booking the appointment. Then things about the tool. For example, here we're calling a booking system called cal.com, where we will be checking the availability and booking. Then edge cases and handling. For example, if the caller refuses to give the name or phone, what happens, things like that. And it has also come up with a diagram, as you can see. So it starts with the greeting, then we understand what the caller says. If it's a question, you go to knowledge base. If it's a booking, you go here, and so on. So yeah, overall, it's a very comprehensive plan. At this stage, if you want to give it any feedback, you can. For example, you want to change something, you want to add something, you can. It will add it to your plan. But I personally feel that this is perfect and I don't want to change anything. So I am going to go with execute plan. And this is where it starts working. So right now our workspace is clear. As you can see, it's all empty, and so is our prompt right here. And in no time, it's going to build everything out. Now, if you look closely here, it says that the healthcare FAQ and IVR appointment scheduling examples are the closest matches. So Conductor is basically trained on hundreds and thousands of voice agent examples. It has enough knowledge about how a voice agent is built. And every time it starts building, it looks at examples that match your use case. And then it tries to read them so that it can take information from it. For example, for healthcare, you should prompt it not to give medical advice. How is it getting that? It is getting that from those examples. Those were human-built voice agents. And this Conductor has been trained on that. And this is something I really admire about Conductor. It's not like your normal Claude or ChatGPT from which you are copy-pasting prompts here and there. Conductor has enough knowledge of how voice agents are built. What are production-ready voice agents? How do they function? And I think that can really help a beginner who is building voice agents. So I waited for about 2 to 3 minutes and it came back by saying that the build is complete and verified. So here's what it has built. It has built 7 nodes in the main flow, which is this one. So let me minimize this a little bit here. So these are the nodes that it has built. Apart from that, it has built an appointment booking component, which is this one. And this component itself has about 6 nodes in it. Component basically lets you cluster nodes so that you can reuse them again and again in the workflow. It has built the functions, and we still have to add the API keys, etc., so that it can access the booking system. And here's the reviewing part. So basically, Conductor asks you to review the changes before it applies it on your project. So either you can go one by one to all of these changes and then you can approve them one by one. So you can click on view, you go there, you see it, and then you apply it. Or you can accept all of them in one go. Now, here's my tip. If you are building something from scratch, you can accept it in one go, it's fine. But if you're using Conductor on one of your existing projects where you have worked, you can just review the changes one by one before you apply them. So in this case, I'm going to select accept all and then submit. Okay, so all the changes were approved and applied. Now, before we go live, we obviously have to add these few details in. For example, our cal.com API key so that it can access the booking system. We also have to add the phone number for our team. So in case it wants to transfer the call, it calls that. Okay, so for now, I'm just going to close this. Let's go to global settings. So Conductor has written this prompt by itself, the global prompt. So let's go through it. So you are Anne, the warm and friendly front desk agent for Riverside. So global prompt basically acts as a personality setter for your voice agent, and hence it becomes very important sometimes. Now here are the response guidelines. So be generally warm, friendly, one question per turn. Now see, I was telling you, right, that Conductor is trained on examples. So this can be seen here very nicely. People who build voice agents quite often know these few rules that have to be applied to all voice agents. Even we have a list of guidelines that we add to all of our clients' voice agents no matter what. And this point is one of them. So one question per turn, never stack multiple questions. If you're using ChatGPT or Claude to come up with the global prompt, there are chances that it's gonna miss a lot of these. If the caller asks you to repeat the last thing you said. If the caller says, hold on, you have to respond with this so that the voice agent stops. Now you might think that these are very, common things. The voice agent should know that inherently. But the thing is, we do have to mention it in the global prompt. All right. So yeah, approved acknowledgements. Great. Never give clinical advice. All right. And then here we have some more settings that I think it has already configured. And if you want, you can also manually configure them. For example, the post-call data retrieval, it has automatically configured it. So this basically extracts information from the call once it has ended. For example, if it was successful or not, if the appointment was booked or not, you can check that inside of the platform, or you can add it inside of your CRM or somewhere else. Cool. Nice. Now, one thing I would like to do is I would like to change the voice to Grace. And another thing I would like to do is add a knowledge base. So I would upload that same FAQ document here as well so that the voice agent can also access it. The one we uploaded before was for the Conductor, not for the voice agent. So make sure to upload it again. I think we're good here. Now let's come to the main flow. So here's the greeting and then the transition. So if they want to book an appointment, it goes to that component. If it's about answering question, it goes to this sub-agent. I think it added information about the business in it, but I think we can get rid of this part because it is there in the file that we uploaded to the knowledge base. Then if someone wants to transfer the call, it goes here. Now, see, it has very intelligently set this one as a global node, which means that without even a connection at any given point in time, any node can call this node or transition to this node, which I think is very smart. And it has also defined the condition for it. So if this is the condition, any node can jump to this part of the voice agent. All right. So and here's the transfer. Now you can set the phone number up here, which is the number of the team. Let me go to this component, which is appointment booking. Okay, so this one has 6 nodes here. Okay. So it starts by collecting details, then booking. So it has also set up the functions. A lot of people struggle with setting up functions, so Conductor can really help you there. We just have to replace our API keys and we're good, which is amazing. So overall, I am very, very impressed. I would highly recommend you try out Conductor for yourself. You will be impressed. So let's do one thing. Let's quickly add our cal.com API keys and let's test it. Let's see how well it performs. And not to forget, Conductor can also help us with testing. So we are also going to take help of Conductor to create some simulation test cases for us. So let me go back to this component and let's edit these functions. So check availability. So it needs our API key. So coming back to cal.com, I'm going to go to settings And API keys, create a new one. Let me call it Retell AI. Never expires. And let me replace it here. By the way, I'm just using cal.com as an example. You can connect it to whichever system you want. And now it needs the event ID, which is in the URL of the event. So let me update that here. And let me also put it in the second function. Okay, and save. So now we're all set. I did not update the transfer number because I don't really have any. Or maybe I can just put mine. So if I go here, or maybe I'll just leave it to the example number for now. All right. So now we're all good to start testing. So let me first test it myself so that I can show you guys, and then we will use Conductor to test it further. So let me just do a call where I'm asking it questions and then I'm trying to book an appointment. So let's start.
Thanks for calling Riverside Physiotherapy and Sports Rehab. This is Anne. How can I help you today?
Hi Anne. Actually, I injured my knee while I was playing soccer. So I need to get in to see someone.
Okay, we can help with that soccer knee injury. Have you been to Riverside Physiotherapy before, or would this be your first visit with us?
No, it's going to be my first visit.
Got it. We'll set you up for a first-time knee assessment. What name should I put the appointment under?
Use the name Jessica Rose.
Thanks, Jessica Rose. What day and time in Central Time would you like to come in for your first knee assessment?
I think around 11 on Monday, 11 a.m.
Got it. I'm going to quickly check what we have open around 11 a.m. on Monday for you. Okay, we do have an opening on Monday from 11 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m. Central for your initial knee assessment. Does Monday at 11 a.m. Central work for you?
Yeah, it works.
Got it. I'll go ahead and book you for Monday at 11 o'clock a.m. Central now. I'm sorry. It looks like my system isn't letting me complete the booking for that Monday 11 o'clock a.m. Central slot. Can I connect you with our front desk staff so they can finish scheduling?
Okay, so I think I know the issue. So cal.com also requires an email when you are booking. So maybe your system does not require it, but cal.com does. So let me ask Conductor to define that. So I'm just going to dictate my prompt here. I got an error when I was trying to book an appointment using cal.com. It was because the email was missing, I think. You can also check the latest call I did and you would find it. So can you please fix that? We would also like to collect their email and add it in the system so that it works. Alright, so let me send this. So now Conductor should basically change two different things. First is in the flow, it should collect the email, and secondly, pass it along. At this point, it is examining the call, which is our last call we did, and it has found the issue by itself. So in case you're not able to find what the issue was, you can just ask it and it will find it for you. So now it's asking us to review the changes. So firstly, it added that part where it collects the email as well, right here, and then this one. Okay, so let me accept it and submit. Okay, so it has done it. Now, before I test it, I would just let it test so that it can confirm if the booking flow is working or not. So let me say yes. So now it is setting up the simulation test. And once it works, then we will go ahead and test it. Okay, so the test is running and it failed. So it's good that I asked it to test it. Otherwise, I would have wasted like a few minutes. Okay, so it found the issue and now it's fixing it. All cool. So let me accept it. Okay, now it's doing the test again. Okay, this time it worked. Now, another thing you can do with the Conductor is that you can basically attach nodes. You can attach call IDs and test cases. So for example, if I want to refer to the appointment booking flow, I can select it and I can tell it that make collecting the phone number optional. It can read the phone number they're calling from and ask if they would like to use it. So yeah, this is a feature that, again, it can really help you. Alright, so all done. Now let me test it and hopefully it works this time.
Thanks for calling Riverside Physiotherapy and Sports Rehab. This is Anne. How can I help you today?
Do you treat sports injuries?
Yes, we do. Sports injury rehab is one of our main services, including strains, sprains, ligament recovery, and return to play programs. Would you like to set up an initial assessment, or do you have a specific injury you want to ask about first?
So my brother got a sprain while he was playing football. So yes, I would like to book an appointment for him.
Okay, we can help your brother with that. Has he been to Riverside Physiotherapy before, or would this be his first visit with us?
No, it's going to be his first visit.
Okay, we'll set up a first visit assessment for your brother. What name should I put the appointment under?
You can use John Doe.
Thanks, I'll put John Doe down. What's the best phone number to reach him?
It's 789-407-8625.
Got it, thanks. I heard the number is 789-407-8625. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, thanks for confirming the number. What's the best email address for John? The email is required so we can book and send his appointment details.
Got it. It is johndoe@gmail.com.
Thanks. I heard the email is johndoe@gmail.com. That's johndoe@gmail.com. Is that correct?
No, it's johndoe@gmail.com.
Got it. Thanks for clarifying. I have the email as johndoe@gmail.com. That's johndoe@gmail.com. Is that correct?
Yes.
Got it. Thanks. I'm going to take a quick look at our schedule for next week to find some options for John. Okay, thanks for confirming the email. We've got good availability next week, Monday through Friday, between 9 a.m. and 5 o'clock p.m. Central. What day and time works best for John's first visit?
11 a.m. would work, Monday.
Got it. I'll book John for Monday at 11 a.m. Central now. Okay, John is all set for his first visit assessment on Monday, July 6th at 11 a.m. Central. He'll get a confirmation email at johndoe@gmail.com with the details. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, it's good. Thank you.
Okay, John is all set for his initial assessment.
And if I come back to my calendar, yes, the meeting is booked. So the integration works. So overall, the things work, but it's not the best. A few things need refinement. For example, the email collection, the phone number collection, all of that. It was very weird. So let me ask Conductor. Hey Conductor, so I tested the voice agent. Everything works, but a few things need refinement. For example, the way it is, pronouncing the email back to the customer, the way it is, confirming the phone number back. It's not very natural. So we need to fix a few things there. And we also want the voice agent to be much calmer, like it's too enthusiastic for a clinic. So if you could fix that, that would be great. After that, do a quick test to see if it is, coming back with the email and phone number correctly or not. Yeah, so let me send this. So now basically we are at the refinement stage. Alright, so it has instilled speech normalization and phonetic alphabet, which is nice. So let me accept it. These are the things that even we do when we want to fix things like these. It's not that in the first go you're going to get the smoothest voice agent. It's just that things from your experience, etc. are going to improve it. Okay, so let me ask you to do a quick test. Alright, so the test went well. So now we can continue testing.
Thanks for calling Riverside Physiotherapy and Sports Rehab. This is Anne. How can I help you today?
Hi Anne, I want to book an appointment.
Okay, I can help you with that. What's bringing you in? Like back or neck pain, a sports injury, or post-surgery recovery?
I have neck pain, so I would like to get that checked.
Got it. To get this neck pain appointment booked, what name should I put the appointment under?
You can use the name Jessica Rose.
Thanks, Jessica Rose. What's the best phone number to reach you?
You can use 950-123-4567.
Got it, thanks. I heard 950-123-4567. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Thanks, Jessica. What's the best email address for you? The email is required so I can finish booking your appointment.
So you can use jessica456@gmail.com.
Thanks. I heard jessica456@gmail.com. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Thanks. Are you a new patient here, or have you seen one of our physiotherapists at Riverside before?
No, it's my first visit.
Thanks, Jessica. Since this is your first visit, we'll book an initial assessment for neck pain. What day and time in Central Time would you like to come in?
So I would like to come in on Monday at 11. Does that work?
Got it. Let me quickly check what we have around Monday at 11 Central for you. Okay, I checked, and Monday at 11 Central isn't open, but we do have 11:30 to 12 noon Central available that day. Would 11:30 Central on Monday work for you?
Yeah, it works.
Got it. I'll book you for Monday at 11:30 Central, and then I'll read the details back to you. Sure, you're all set, Jessica. I've booked an initial assessment for neck pain on Monday, July 6th at 11:30 a.m. Central under Jessica Rose, with confirmation going to jessica456@gmail.com and phone number 950-123-4567. Is everything I read back correct?
Yeah, all good. Thank you.
Okay, you're all set, Jessica.
So that was much better. So yeah, Conductor did refine everything quite well, and it turned out to be great. Now, booking is working, all is good, but you can't launch a voice agent by just testing it 3 times. There are a lot of edge cases that you have to test. What if a customer says this? What if a customer says that? Does the voice agent hallucinate? And we personally do at least 50 test cases before we take a voice agent to production. The good thing is that Conductor can help you do those. So if I go with this prompt that says test the edge cases and fix the agent, then it can actually do that on our behalf. So that can save you a lot of time. So it is proposing 10 of these tests. So I'm just going to approve it and let's see how that goes. Okay, so here's the result. 7 of them passed out of 10, 2 failed, and 1 gave an error. And now it's pulling the transcripts of these results to see what went wrong. So it has identified what went wrong. It has updated it, which is amazing. For example, she should not ask for the same details again, things like time zone, etc. And that's how you test your voice agent in no time and also improve it. From this point on, you can continue testing it. While testing, if you find anything, you can just attach your test call here, or you can just ask it to check the previous call and fix whatever went wrong. Similarly, if you have questions around how you can connect a phone number, you can ask Conductor. It will give you a step-by-step guide that you can use to, deploy your voice agent to an actual phone number. If you have any questions around outbound, etc., again, Conductor can help you with everything. So it's all done. So 7 already passed. The remaining 3, it has fixed them, and now it's all set. So now all you have to do is simply publish the voice agent and connect a phone number. And just like that, Conductor helped us build an entire voice agent from scratch. It helped us refine it and test it. Now here's the thing, I'm not saying that Conductor can help you build a voice agent in 2 minutes. You tell it what you want and you get what you want. Actually you do, but then little bit of refinement and testing part is still needed. Obviously Conductor is going to do it for you, but you still need to be involved in it a little bit. So Conductor helps you cut down the manual work that you were doing. Copy pasting prompts from Claude and ChatGPT, testing everything yourself. So it's more like now you are the director and Conductor is the one that does everything for you. So let me know how your experience was with Conductor in the comments down below. If there's anything else you want me to cover in the future, do let me know. If you are interested in a voice agent for your own business, if you're interested in AI systems, you can check out the link to our website in the description. If you want to get on a one-on-one call with me, you can check out the link to my consulting calendar in the description. Don't forget to follow me on LinkedIn as well as X for some more exclusive content. I will meet you in the next video. Till then, bye!